So we're recording now. So I want to first say thank you for joining, ladies. Thank you
Thank
for
y'all.
joining. I appreciate you. And I hope you all are doing well. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to just kind of talk. I think most of you on here already know what We Thrive Women is about. But Amber, I think this is the first time you've been on a meetup or in one of our sessions. So just to give you an overview of why I created We Thrive Women. We Thrive was created out of just something that was on my heart, just having my own business, being a woman-owned business owner, and just networking and connecting with a lot of women business professionals, whether they're business owners or they're just working in their careers. They're always moving and shaking and doing everything. And as far as like the professional side, they're doing everything to kind of build their business or move up in the career or take care of family. And sometimes they neglect themselves in the process because it's just women are naturally givers. We're naturally go-getters. So we just sometimes forget that we should always put ourselves first or try to, sometimes you can't put yourself first when you have kids, but it should be a part of our everyday practice to incorporate self-care. And self-care comes in many different forms. It's not just getting pampered, going to go get your hair done, get your nails done, doing all that. That's all relaxing and well, but self-care is also about mental health. It's about wellness health. That's taking care of yourself from a wellness standpoint when it comes to your diet, lifestyle, physical activity. It's also about personal development, doing different things in your life to kind of just develop your personal skills, whether that's personal, whether that's professionally. And it's just also taking time to do self-care things and relax, and taking time just to relax and make it a part of your regular routine. It's also incorporates spiritual meditation, prayer, journaling. And right now, because we're in this shelter in place, we have a lot of time to focus on taking care of ourselves. So that's why We Thrive Women was created. We focus on the platforms of health and wellness, mental health, personal development. So each week, because of us being home and dealing with the COVID-19, I want to highlight the business owners in the group as well as the women in the group. So you don't have to have a business, but we're going to be doing virtual meetups just to connect and learn something that we could do to help ourselves from a self-care perspective while we're quarantined. So last week we had Lanata. She talked to us about how we create peaceful spaces in our house or office and the importance of that. And today we have Miss Ivania Easley, who is a professional personal stylist. She has been a professional personal style consultant for like 20 years. Am I mistaken?
No, 10 years professionally, 20 years unprofessionally.
Okay, so, well, 20 years.
I started right out of college, but then started my business after 10 years of being an accountant.
Okay. So she'll go more in a little bit, a brief overview of like her background and how she got into her profession as a personal stylist. But she has worked with clients, celebrities. She works with a lot of high-end clients. So she has a lot of experience in what she does. She can help you from all different things as it relates to just styling. So today she's going to talk about how we can get our closets in order for different seasons. And this is something that you can do ongoing. It's not just this one time while we're quarantined. She will give you her contact information. So as seasons change, you can get your wardrobe together for the season. So we don't, women, I'm indecisive. So every time I get in my closet, I don't know what I'm going to wear. I'm a mood dresser. So you can put clothes together, and then that could help you in the process, because we already take I take a long time to get. But that'll help just with speed the process up. So we're going to let Ivania talk, and if you have any questions, continue to put, you can comment in the chat.
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Ask them. I will make sure at the end, or she's going to also make it interactive. We will get to your questions, but please put your questions in the chat as you think of them while she's talking, so we don't forget to go to your questions. And this is recorded, so you will get this email to you afterwards if you happen to jump off before we're finished.
All righty.
All right, it's your turn, Ivania.
Thanks. Thank you, Tiffany, for having me. I enjoyed Lanata's session last week. It was really good. I'm all about creating great spaces in my home and office and the whole nine. I think with your closet is similar to the same thing about one, everything starts in your closet. How you get dressed. That's the foundation of your wardrobe is your closet. So if your closet is a mess, it's going to be harder to get dressed. And sometimes that flows over to your style being a mess just because you can't see what you have. It's cluttered, it's messy. Sometimes you have things in your closet that don't even belong in your closet. I've cleaned hundreds of closets because I've had hundreds of clients over the years. And I found everything from bottles of wine in the closet. I'm like, why is the wine in the, are you drinking in the closet? What's going on? So when you have unnecessary things in your closet, it's taking away the space you may need to put your wardrobe and put everything in. So tonight is all about closet organization, closet tips. And at the end, if you really want even more personalized details about your closet specifically, I am having a closet party, and therefore we'll go super deep and really go into your closets. But tonight I want to give y'all some tips on if you want to get started. You don't have to do it all in one session. I've been in closets for people for 2 hours, and I've been in my longest closet was 9 hours, and that was with my team. So she had a lot going on in her closet, and she had a lot of clothes, and she wanted her kid and her husband's wardrobe done. It was just a lot. So everybody's closet is different. Everybody's closet size is different. So you have to just work with what you have. But in that, no matter how big or small, there are ways to be organized. I've met people with their closets and they're like, hey, my closet's too small and that's why I can't get organized. I don't know if you've ever been to IKEA or been inside one of the actual IKEA locations, but they'll show you how to live in like 300 square feet, a whole place in 300 square feet, let alone a closet. So there are ways. It's just finding those tools that you can use to be very organized and be very intentional with your wardrobe in your closet. Like Tiffany said, I am a certified personal stylist. I've been styling full time since 2010. Before that, I went to school, and I don't know how old y'all think I am, but I'm an old lady. And when I got out of college, creative jobs wasn't really something that was out there the way it is now. First off, there was no social media, so I wasn't aware that this was even a job that I could pursue. So of course, I did the traditional route. I went to college. I got my first degree, got my second degree, did the corporate route. And I lost my job in the recession. And in that time, I was already helping people, family and friends, dressing them just because I had a good eye. I liked clothes. I liked people. I liked helping them feel good through their clothes. And as we are in this sheltering in place, sometimes we need that mood booster, and sometimes just changing clothes, adding accessories can lift your mood, lift your confidence. And while we're on these virtual meetings, showing up for yourself as well as the people that you're having meetings with. And if you're a leader on a team at your job, or you have your own company and you're leading your team, you're leading by example in everything, and that includes your wardrobe. And like I said, your wardrobe starts in your closet. So we got to start with the foundation. Just like you wouldn't build a house without making sure the foundation is right, because the whole thing will come tumbling down. So you want to start with your closet. And so the first step in organizing your closet is it's got to get worse before it gets better. So depending on what you have going on in your closet, the first thing you really need to do is take everything out. That's the only way, one, you're going to really be able to see everything. So if you can, you take everything out and then you put it back. But when you put it back, you're putting it back in an organized manner, and you're also only putting back what you keep. So the next tip, once you pull everything out, is about separating everything into piles. You want to put your stuff that you want to keep in one pile. And that's also the time, sidebar, that's also the time to try things on, because we have a lot of stuff in our closet that doesn't serve us anymore, doesn't fit us properly. We've had since college, and we've been out of college for 20 years. Like, you got to purge the things that no longer serve you. So making those piles of keep, donate, and if it's really messed up, you got to throw it away, because you can't donate things that are not wearable for the next person. As well as if you have anything really high end, you may want to consign it instead of donate, because then you can make some money off of the clothes that you purchased. Clothes are not an appreciating asset. So you're not going to get what you paid for, but if it's something super nice, you can get, some value back to invest in maybe your next piece. So those are the first two tips. Okay, just wanted to make sure there wasn't any questions in there. And of course, if you have any questions or have a personalized question about your closet or your wardrobe, you can put it in the chat because I'll be checking it to answer any questions as I see them pop up. So pulling everything out, separating into piles. And once you figure out what you're keeping, what you're getting rid of, what you're donating, what you're consigning, what you may be giving to another family member, your little cousin, niece, whoever, then the stuff that you're keeping, now you need to go through that pile. Once you bag up everything else, go through that pile and figure out, okay, all the pants are together, all the sweaters are together, all of the tops are together, separating by piles. And once you separate by piles, you also need to color coordinate as well as sleeveless, then short sleeve, then 3/4 sleeve, then long sleeve. So it's definitely a process. And you don't have to do it all in one time. I'm one of those people that once I start, I can't just leave it a mess and work it out over, a span of a few weeks. I have to do it all at one time. So I just want to set aside that time if I ever needed to get to that point with my closet. Because I'm constantly purging and keeping up with my closet, you don't usually have to do this every season. If you maintain your closet after you do it one big time, you should be able to make that last for a longer period of time. Because at that point, once you've done it right the first time, it's more about maintaining it, at least for the whole season, if not maybe 2 seasons. Because especially here in the South, we don't really have 4 distinct seasons. So it's like fall, winter, you could probably make it through, and spring, summer, you could. So at least twice a year. But once you separate all those piles and you color coordinate and sleeve coordinate and the whole nine, you also can really then see what you own. And that's when you see, well, I don't have 20 pairs of black pants that all kind of look alike. Some of them are 6, 8, 10, 12. All of them don't fit you. All of them you don't still need. Some of them have been washed 1,000 times. You want to go ahead and get rid of even more stuff out of your keep pile, because sometimes the stuff you put in the keep pile, once you actually start going through it, you realize, I don't need to keep all this, or I got too many of this. There's 7 days in the week. You don't need 30 pairs of black pants that look pretty much all alike. So I encourage people to diversify. And usually I say the black pants example because no matter what client size, gender, race, there's always too many pairs of black pants in their closet. The other thing is too many pairs of jeans. Unless you're a jean collector, why do you have so many jeans? And most of the time you're not wearing them. A lot of stuff we own, we're not wearing. Well, y'all maybe, because I do wear everything because this is my business. So I wear everything I own. If I'm not wearing it, I go ahead and get rid of it. But statistics show that people only wear 20% of their closet. So there's 80% of clothes that you've bought and spent money on that you're not wearing. People have a tendency like, hey, I'm rushing, I don't have time. I'm gonna wear the same 5 to 10, maybe 15 outfits in rotation over and over and over. And the rest of your closet is just sitting there. So it's important to see what you have so you can figure out, what do I want to keep? What am I working with? And let me build off of that. So now you have something to build on. Okay, let me answer her question while I see it too. Ladies, how do you organize those? Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first question I see about the hats, handbags, if your closet is not large. Now, that's where the organization tools come in, and we haven't gotten there yet, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it now because the question came up. That's where you can get, the Container Store can become your best friend at that point. In regards to, you can use bins. So you may have a bin just for hats or just for scarves, or you may get a stackable, not like a dresser because they can be cloth or plastic, but like a container where you can have all the different drawers. Like we have that in my daughter's room, but she keeps like supplies in there, like markers in one area, pencils in another, notebooks in another. You can do the same thing. You can have one of those, or you can get a small armoire. Like in my closet, we're in my closet now, but it's harder to see just this little bit that you can see behind me. But I have my computer right now on top of the chest that's in my closet. So it's in the center of my closet, and in this chest is where I keep my bras, my panties, my jewelry, my workout clothes, my bathing suits, my scarves, and I keep it all here so that I'm keeping all of it inside of this chest and it's not having to be spread through the rest of my closet where my wardrobe is. So you can do that for hats, handbags, and scarves if your closet is not large. The other thing is you can also get containers. I don't like this rule as much, but it's one of the rules where you can put things in those like not Ziploc bags, but they're like bags where you almost put like blankets in them, but you can put everything in that bag and you zip it up and then you can compress it because it sucks all the air out. Or you can use a container and you can slide it under your bed or a guest bed to hold things that you may not be using. So like now we're in spring, summer. So fall, winter is stuff you're not going to be using. So if you don't have a closet that you can flip your closet and move all your fall, winter somewhere else and bring your spring, summer up, then at least try to either pack it away in containers and slide it under a bed or somewhere in a space in your closet that you can just bring it back out when the season change. Or my other suggestion for that is just to divide up your closet. No matter how big or small it is, in my closet, for example, I have all my winter stuff on this side, all my spring, summer on this side. So I've divided my closet down the middle. So when I'm in certain seasons, I'm not finding a slip dress in the middle of my fur coats. I'm going to focus only on clothes that work in that season. So that makes it, one, less overwhelming because you're not looking at summer clothes while you're trying to find your leather skirt or your jacket because it's fall, winter. Does that answer your question? I'm a size that I don't want to be. I'm working. Okay. So when you're in between sizes, like, hey, I want to lose weight or I'm gaining weight or whatever, then the key with that is I always tell people, and I have a few of these pieces, don't keep almost a full wardrobe of the stuff that when I get to this size, I'm buying it because when I get to this size, whatever that is, maybe bigger or smaller, you shouldn't have more than maybe 10 pieces that are not fitting. And they may be, these are the pieces that I bought. So when I get to my goal weight, this is helping motivate me to get to my goal weight, whatever that may be. But once you start buying so many pieces and it ends up being 20, 30, 40, 50 pieces, and you're not at that weight and you're not actively, realistically trying to get to that weight, then it's too much. So I wouldn't suggest more than 10 top, and that's still pushing it, of pieces that do not fit you at this time. Now, if you are actively losing weight, because I do believe in looking good at every size, every stage, every transition. If you are actively losing weight and you don't want to invest in a full-on wardrobe until you get to your goal weight, that's fine, but that doesn't mean you need to look bad until you get to your goal weight. What you need to do is invest in like 5 pieces that you can wear 3 to 5 ways. When I do shop with clients, I never, unless it's a special occasion, I never bring them anything that we can't make multiple outfits in. I call it fashion map. If I buy you a jacket and we can wear 3 different ways and it was $60, that was only $30 a wear. So that was a good deal. Versus if I buy you something for $60 and you can, let's say it's a sequence jumper. You're not going to be able to wear that but so many ways, so many times versus a blazer or something that's a ready to wear staple. Okay, I'm glad that helped. We're getting to shoes. My shelves are tall in my closet. I'm super short as well. I have a step stool for my kitchen and my closet so that I can get to the top without breaking my neck. Bye, Amber. Thank you for coming. I don't suggest formals folded in a suitcase just because they are formals. If there's any way you can put your formals in a guest closet or even maybe the coat closet downstairs, just depending on one of my clients, I keep all her formals in her not her guest closet, her coat closet downstairs because they actually have one of those stands and they have a mud room. So technically she doesn't need it for coats. So just depending on how much you're entertaining, if you are entertaining like that and you can't use that closet because every time people come to your house, that's where you're hanging their coats, then no. But if you have a extra closet that you can use some of the space, try to move them in there. If you cannot, try to, if you don't have a whole lot of formals, I mean, most people don't have more than like maybe 5 or 10, depending on how social they are. If you can try to find a little corner for them in your closet to the side, then try to do that. I don't really like winter clothes underneath the bed. I really just like everything divided up. I just feel like first off, fur coats, for example, are not even supposed to be stored in your closet. They're supposed to be stored at a fur storage place because the fur and the temperature and all that. Now I don't do all that, but I do at least hang it up. I just feel like when you're Folding your clothes. Clothes are not living, but at the same time, they are made of fabrics, and clothes need to breathe. So, like when you bring clothes home from dry cleaner and they're in,
Summer.
Oh, okay. She's talking. When you bring home clothes home from the dry cleaner, you should immediately take the plastic off. I know people are always like, "Oh, I'm trying to protect it," but when you leave clothes in plastic for too long, like really too long, the fabric starts to change color because oxidation, I believe. So your garments all need to breathe. So to me, when they're under a bed in a container, it's kind of like, are they really getting to breathe? So that's why I really like you to try to maximize the space. And the other thing is when you really purge and get rid of a lot of stuff, we find most of the time that you have the space. It was all about getting rid of a lot of stuff that wasn't working. So try purging and then getting it all back in your closet and then see like, hey, do I now have the space because I purged? If you still don't have the space, either you probably didn't purge enough or we just need to reorganize it. And that's where I'm going to get to the shoes and then the organization tips. For shoes, for example, I'm a big believer if you can't see it, and this is not shoes, but clothes too. If you can't see it, you're not going to wear it. So get rid of shoe boxes. They take up too much space. Don't put them in containers. You're not going to wear them most of the time, or you're not going to pull them out. Stop wearing the same 2-3 shoes over and over. Get rid of shoes along with clothes the same way. Organize your shoes by color, height, and then you can really see what you have. Like you have 5 black pumps. They all kind of look like. Get rid of the oldest pair. Get rid of the pair that the taps are gone and hasn't been repaired. Get rid of the pair that look like they've been rubbed off. And so now the black is like white and gray on the sides from getting rubbed. Get rid of things. And I know people feel like, oh, if I get rid of things, I won't have anything to wear. No, you will have clarity on what do you still need to build your wardrobe up. Because once we get rid of everything, now we can really see what we're working with. And at that point, you may be like, hey, I have great bottoms. I like the way they fit. Because as I was cleaning my closet, I was trying pieces on that I was like, I'm not sure how this fits. I haven't tried it on in a minute. Or I feel like I got bigger or smaller. Go ahead and try things on so you know also as you're getting rid of stuff, if it doesn't fit you, then you can go ahead and get rid of it. Or hey, you know what? I hadn't tried this on in forever. It looks great on me. Now this is something I can wear. A lot of times when you clean out your closet, you feel like you got new outfits and you didn't even shop or spend money because it's a lot of things you're not seeing or wearing because you couldn't see them because your closet wasn't clean. So once you put everything back in there and it's organized and color coordinated and season coordinated, then you can really see what you have and be like, hey, maybe I need more tops, or maybe I just need to accessorize to elevate my style and my look. I didn't really even need any new clothes. And that's happened a few times when I've cleaned people's closet. Like once we were done, we didn't even need to go shop. Where other people is like, okay, yeah, we did get rid of most of your closet. Let's build on what you want to look like, who you are now in life, not who you were 10 years ago when most of this stuff was bought. Okay, I see about the belts. For me, I have, and that's another thing. You do need to go through your belts. When I say clean your closet, I mean go through everything. Go through bras, panties, socks, everything, lingerie, scarves. I'm preparing to buy a piece of property, so I went through my closet and really cleaned it out. And I called myself cleaning it before, but I hadn't really cleaned it. And I had bags and bags of stuff that I was getting rid of or throwing out because I really went through every single thing. As far as belts, I have a little rack that I just hang all the belts on. I probably still need to get rid of more belts. You can also use hangers and hang like maybe a few hangers and put your belts on those, depending on how many belts that you have. But I would say go through the belts. And then as far as jewelry, if you can get a jewelry armoire, or hopefully maybe y'all can see this. But like with this chest, I actually have a lot of my jewelry spread out here. These are all the necklaces. On the other side is the earrings, and another side is the bracelet. So that everything is broken down. If you can really get a dresser, a chester, some kind of shelf where you can really, like when you go in Victoria's Secret and you bra shopping, you open up those drawers, they have all the bras lined. That's how I have my bras in my drawer. Break everything down so you can really see it. Versus before, I used to have every pajamas, bras, panties, socks, pantyhose, all of that in one drawer, all bundled up together. And even if it's folded, as you're wearing it, you're grabbing stuff out, putting it back in when you do laundry. It's going to be a mess. So if you can break it really precisely, that would be great. Again, the Container Store is really good for that. Did that help answer your question about the belts and jewelry? I have a dress in my closet for undergarments. No. My closet is actually a bedroom that I turned into a closet because it wasn't really room in my master closet for all my stuff and his stuff. So we just turned one of the bedrooms into a closet. So this is like one of my she caves in my house. I have like 5, but this one is like my space where all of my clothes are in here, and even you can see a little bit, but like I have all my purses lined up on this rack, and my closet is still not custom like I want, but I have purses lined up. I have my hats lined up so that I can see them, and then the only thing on the racks are the clothes. And again, it's divided by season. Now, right now, I'm behind on the color coordinating, so my stuff is not color coordinated. What I have it right now is I know what I have worn. I have it separated by the seasons, and then I have it separated by outfits that I want to wear. So that's another thing is I call it, I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie Clueless, or when you go to the dry cleaner. You know, you go to the dry cleaner and you tell them your name and hit the button, and then the thing starts rolling, and then all of a sudden your piece pops up. And the same thing in the movie Clueless. For me to wear everything that I own and to actually be aware of everything that I own, I have a rotating system. So after I wear something, I put it in the back behind whatever I wore last, and I don't wear it again until it comes back up to the front. If I do wear it again before it comes back up to the front, I'm going to wear it with a different top, different bottom, different accessories, different shoes, and just make it a whole new look. But for the most part, it's the way that I don't get caught up in wearing the same pieces over and over. And that goes into, sometimes people are like, oh, but that's my favorite dress. Ultimately, everything you're spending your money on to wear should be pieces that you love. Clothes should make you feel good, make you feel confident, make you show up for yourself and for the rest of the world when you see them and how you present yourself. So you shouldn't be just wearing clothes and not be naked. You should be wearing clothes that you feel good. So you won't have a tendency to have so many favorites that you're wearing out and repeating constantly. Instead, buying pieces that I feel good in this, I look good in this. And so now everything you own is a favorite technically. Like I love all of my clothes that I still own or still wearing because these are pieces that I bought intentionally. So you really want to be intentional with your style. We're intentional with a lot of stuff, but people don't think about being necessarily intentional with shopping or style. You go to the grocery store, you're getting, eggs, milk, bread, you made your little list. The same thing with shopping. You should have an inventory of what's in your closet so that when you do go shopping, you're intentional and you're not getting caught up buying things that you buy and you get home and realize now I got to buy something else because I don't have anything to go with what I just bought. But you bought it because it was on sale or you thought you liked it, whatever the case may be. And there's nothing wrong with having to go buy something else to build on it. But the point was you were supposed to be buying pieces to work with what you already own so that you can wear what you own before you start buying more. The accountant in me wants to make sure that we're maximizing our clothes and our budgets. Okay, I think I answered all the questions that I've gotten so far. I want to know how y'all liking this presentation? Do y'all feel like y'all are learning? Do you think this is stuff that you can apply? Another tip, and y'all can tell me that in the chat while I keep talking, but I do want to know. I want to hear what your thoughts are. And again, answer anything additional you may have. The other thing is I'm a big believer in getting hangers that are all matching. I personally have purple velvet hangers in my closet. Purple's one of my favorite color, and I got a good deal from Amazon on a bunch of hangers that were purple velvet. But don't wire hangers are the worst. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie back in the day with the wire hanger, Mommy Dearest. No, so no wire hangers, but plastic hangers, wood hangers, velvet hangers. I personally like velvet because they are smoother, so they're not as bulky as a wood hanger. Wood hangers are taking up a little bit more space because of the way they're shaped. Plastic hangers, I just don't like them. But you can do plastic hangers, but it just helps it all just be really clean, really organized, where you don't have a bunch of mixed match hangers. Some of them wood, some of them plastic, some of them wire, some of them broken, falling apart. So get your hanger game together. The other thing is if you have a shelf for your shoes, which is what I've been badgering my partner about, is to get me a shelf for my shoes. Then when you put the shoes on the shelf, if you put one shoe forward and the other shoe behind it, it's going to make more space so you can fit more shoes on that shelf. So again, check out Container Store, Amazon. If you need an extra garment rack that you can put pieces on, for maybe you have a garment rack, a rolling one, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to put all the outfits I'm going to wear for the week on this one rolling rack. So that way I don't have to sift through my closet to find my outfits. You can just put every week, like, you know, people sometimes have treadmills in there, or Pelotons now, in their rooms, or some space in their room. And then if they're not using it, they start throwing clothes on it. Don't do that. Get you a little rolling rack. Get your outfits picked out for the week in advance based on what your schedule is. Now we're all working from home, so for the most part, maybe just picking out a top and some earrings. But you can hang it on the rack so you already know what you're wearing, and you don't have to figure out like, oh my God, I don't have time to figure out what to put on because I got to jump on this call, I got to jump on this meeting. Great. Yeah, the rotation tip is going to really help you wear the pieces that you have and own. And then also you'll see as the stuff come up in rotation, like, well, maybe, you know what, maybe I don't want this. So then you can be purging throughout the year. So you don't have to do a big clean out if you maintain it once you do a big clean out. So it's easier to clean out too if everything's already organized by season, color, fabric, the whole nine. So that way, when you do decide you want to get rid of pieces, you can easily see, and you can even easily glance at your closet to see what colors are really prevalent in your closet. Like, oh, you know what? I did not realize I had a lot of blue and pink. Maybe I want to add some green in there, or maybe I want to add orange in there. But you can really see with all the colors, color coordinated, you can really see what you have and decide, do you want to inject some new colors in there? Do you want to keep building off of those colors that you own? And as well as being able to go and shop for pieces to match up to the pieces that you own.
I have a question, Avanya.
Yes.
So, how often, I don't think you covered this, but how often do you recommend like reorganizing closets? Just seasonal, quarterly, once or twice a year, once a year, at the beginning of the year, end of the year? How often do you recommend that?
Yeah, I would say if you do a good, thorough clean out, then all you need to do every season is to maintain it. So when we change in seasons, especially since we don't have really 4 distinct seasons, I would say at least twice a year. So when spring, summer comes, it's like, you know, this is a good time as I'm putting fall, winter away to go ahead and throw out the fall, winter I know I'm not wearing next season. I know I don't want to wear. I wore that dress for the last time. I'm not taking it into next winter. So that way you can go in and purge it out. And then as you're putting your spring, summer into your closet, or at least getting it together, go ahead and figure out, what do I not want to wear this spring, summer? Let me go ahead and get rid of it. So that way your maintenance, doing closet maintenance basically, because you've already did one good thorough clean out where you took everything out, did the piles, and put everything back in a neat, organized fashion. Does that help? Like, I have one client, I maintain her closet for her about every 6 to 8 weeks. So she don't do nothing. But I did a big thorough clean out when we first met. And since then I've been maintaining it ever since. That was 10 years ago. So there has not had to be any deep cleaning since then, because we've been constantly maintaining it by pulling out pieces as we see that they're no longer needed. Okay, I keep my shoes in the garage. Okay, but since you're keeping them in the garage, which is fine, I have dogs, so I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter where my shoes are because their paws are everywhere. If you're keeping them in the garage, do you have like a shoe shelf that they're on? Are they still organized so that when you go in the garage to grab the shoes, you can at least see what shoes you want to wear and put on before you head out? And then are they also like in a safe place in the garage? Because I know in my garage, sometimes I'll see the little Geicos try to get in from us opening and closing the garage door. Or sometimes, you know, it gets dusty in there, so you can get the cobwebs. So you don't want all that in your shoes. So I'm just checking, like, is there in a good place in the garage where they're not likely to get covered with, you know, stuff, the yard stuff or anything else in the garage? 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 Or anything else in the garage Anybody have any other personalized questions they want answered? I think I've answered everything I saw in the chat. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss nothing else. So those are like my key closet tips on how to really get started. Let me glance at my notes to see if there was something else I wanted to tell y'all.
Shannon or Ava, do you have any questions? I know y'all joined a little later. Maybe you can
Oh, okay.
I do.
what you went over.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. What you do about those jackets? Because I stay in Florida, like in between jackets, like you go either summer or winter. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes. Because sometimes even here, when the seasons do change, we'll still have like, I know even since it's been hot here, it's been at least like 1 or 2 cool days where I was like, hold up, let me pull out my sweatshirt. But the day before I might have been wearing a sundress. So with those pieces, long as you don't have a lot of them, like let's say you got 15, 20, put half of them away because you know, for the most part, spring and summer is here is not going to be cold, but so many times. So you don't want to leave all of them out. So you still want to put like maybe half to leave for spring, summer in case there's a cool night or you need some layering. And then the other half gone and put with fall, winter because that's when they're really going to get warm if you can.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to mention is I will be having a virtual closet party where basically we'll clean out your closets and like go through your closets, not me just telling you what to do, but literally going through it together. I put that in the top of the chat. And with that, I'm sending everybody either a free organization tool or a free mask because of COVID-19. With me being in fashion, I have a lot of different designers and boutiques that are making masks for medical as well as everybody who need it. So that's at the top of the chat about the closet party. If you want to join the closet party and actually not just get tips about it, but actually we go through it and do it together.
Is that you also gonna put it in the We Thrive group, correct?
Oh, I didn't put it in Facebook yet because I've been in
No,
here.
no,
But I'll put it.
just because some of the ladies that may
Yes, I'll put it in the Facebook group too. But since I've been in here, I didn't want to
not. No,
look
no, that's
here
fine.
to go put it in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Interesting tips for styling jeans. Oh, okay. Great tip about jean jackets is because it's denim, it's just like neutrals. Denim goes with everything, the same way black goes with everything. So you can wear a jean jacket over, do an all denim look where you do it with denim on denim, like a jean jacket with a little cute jean skirt or maybe a pair of jeans. And then you can add some accessories. So let's say you did an all denim look, you either accessorize with all silver or all gold, just depending on the shade of denim. And then you might add a pop with your sandals or your shoes. Then the other thing is denim always looks great over a pair of shorts, over white jeans, really over anything. Denim is a great piece to layer with in the spring, summer. So like for me, I love color. So I bought these neon green shorts and I was like, oh, this would be so cute with my denim jacket and a little pair of white sneakers. So denim can be worn with any and everything. Black jeans look good with denim as well. Does that help? And the other thing about denim is you could dress it up and down a little bit. So like you could put a denim jacket over a little sundress or maxi dress and put it on with some sandals. Or you could put it on with maybe a shorter sundress and put it on with some sneakers. So then you could dress it up or down, just depending on how you wanted to do it. What was it? When I cleaned out my closet, I ended up breaking some kind of charm case I had. So I ended up taking the charms off and gluing them onto one of my little denim vests so that I could wear it this spring, summer season. So you can do lots of things. You can add badges to denim jackets and personalize it and make it your own. You can add charms, all kind of things, patches.
Tanya said I wore with a sequin skirt.
Oh, that's cute. What kind of shoes did you wear?
Let me unmute her. Hold up. Let me unmute her. Go to the chat so you can talk. Participants.
Was this helpful? Because I know we almost close to our hour, so.
Tanya, you can talk. You're unmuted.
Oh,
Hi. Yeah, I wore it with I wore a jean jacket with a tank,
Uh-huh.
uh, and then I did um, a sequin skirt. It was gray,
Mm.
and then I wore some black peak toe booties. But
Okay.
I wanted to know was it look okay?
Well, you wore them now already, right?
Yeah, but I do want to try it again, kind of
Yeah,
like
I think it sounds cute.
okay, okay,
I love when people can. I love when one sequences can be worn during the day or even at night, but not necessarily going to something formal. So,
yeah, for dinner.
yeah, exactly. So
And
you can definitely do that. It
really
sounds cute.
okay, cool. Okay. Oh, and one more question before I mute myself again. What's a cute look with that same sequin skirt this for the summer?
Do you have some like? Well, first off, what does the skirt look like?
It's kind of like
Can
knee.
you pull it out? You can put your video on and pull it out, or you don't want to do that.
Ooh, my hair.
We all quarantine. Stop it.
No, my hair. But it was that outfit that I wore for my 5 year survivorship thing.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna say, like, is it a pencil sequin skirt? Or is it fit and flare? Is it A
No,
line?
it was pencil,
Okay.
and it
Did it
was
have a slit or anything, or just pencil?
yeah, just pencil and knee length.
Okay. Yeah. So you could wear. I was gonna say like a shoe that laced up your calf.
Okay.
That would be cute. Or you could wear really like a cute strappy sandal.
And then can I put it like with a V-neck T-shirt or something? Like for
Yeah,
this?
because that way you're kind of dressing down the sequence, but you're still dressed up overall.
Okay, cool.
If you
Okay.
did a tee, I would want to say maybe like a little bit of a V-neck tee, and then add like maybe a shimmer necklace so that it's picking up the shimmer and the sequin skirt.
Okay, cool. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I see another question about shoes. Okay, storing boots. For me, I want to really get one of the shelves where you can put all your shoes in there, and you usually have the taller shelf at the bottom so you can put your boots because they're so tall. For me, I stuff my boots with either newspaper or the shoe stands so I can keep the structure, and then I just stand all my boots up and line them up against the wall in the closet because there's an actual closet within my closet. So that's how I store my boots. But if you can at least put them, if you can get that or you have that kind of shelf, you can put them on that shelf. And they usually have it where it's a little bit taller for boots, and then the rest of the shelf is smaller because they know you're just putting pumps or booties in there. But if you can try to have them standing up so you can maintain the length of a knee or a thigh boot, then do that. Sure, you can show it real quick. We have 5 minutes.
Well, we started a little late, so we kind of have 10 minutes. Hello. I'm going to try to show it. It's really quick. So that's my issue. I do not purge. I don't understand purging.
Why?
I'm a hoarder.
No, ma'am.
It's terrible. So this shirt, I promise, the button, it's a shirt like where you can wear it with some shorts or something in the summer.
Is it like a crop shirt?
Yeah, and then it has
Okay.
little things that you can tie.
Oh, so you can tie it at the waist.
Right, but my boobs are big, so but I still like it. So I'm like, I'm not getting rid of this. I'm not.
What you can do if you want to keep it, you can wear where you don't button it, wear the bandeau or wear a tank underneath. So that way you can wear it open, like how I got on this tank, but I have a kimono duster over mine. But if I want, let's say this was a shirt, you could tie it at the bottom and not button it at all. So that way the buttons aren't gapping against your boob.
I didn't think about that. I'm keeping it
Yeah. That's what you can do with that. Until you decide to get rid of it. Because when you have bigger boobs and you're wearing button downs, unless you get the shirt almost custom made, they're always going to gap. Like I don't encourage people with bigger breasts to wear button downs unless they want to buy a really nice one. Because most of the time, if you can get it to fit across your breast, it's too big everywhere else. So that means it would need to be altered. So you got to buy a higher end one. And I'm like, is it that serious to wear a button down when you could just wear a different silhouette? But if you really want to wear a button down to accommodate them and not keep it from gapping, then you want to just go ahead and know I'm gonna need to get it altered the rest of the places so it fit.
Okay. And this
Tell me that next
I had it since college.
No, ma'am.
think
No.
I remember that.
How long you been out of college? Did you graduate in 2018?
Graduated around the time.
2007.
2000 and what?
2007.
Yeah, no, that was over 10 years
Look
ago.
at it.
It looks, I mean, I can't see it.
It's a brown sweater, crop, because I like the little crop thing, and it has a hoodie. But I've had it for about at least 14 years. I thought it was my friend Tiffany's, but it's actually mine. But I thought it was yours. I was like, I love it. But I don't wear it. It's just been in my closet. So I'm like,
It's not ugly. I don't know what you can wear.
it's not. No, that's why I have it, because I thought I had snuck it, like borrowed it.
Oh, okay. What do you think, Avanya? She got
Like the hood.
I'm over here
Is she
goofing.
frozen?
She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Let me check with her. Let her know she's frozen. She may have to go in and come back out.
She can.
No, she got it. So she probably gonna come back in.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. I was like, what happened? I was like, Zoom might have kicked us out because sometimes they do that 1 hour thing, but I wasn't sure.
Oh no, it's not gonna kick us out.
Oh, okay.
And this
Yeah, start, get rid of that. And you can find a replacement. It's not like you can't find another crop sweater.
Okay. So I'm trying to
I'll let you keep the first top.
Okay. I got to choose which one I want. Professional, expert. I already know you're gonna tell me to throw that one away. Okay. So this dress, my size is so big. It's like one of them light little club dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a stormy, like I like storm colors, but I never wore it because I don't know. But I don't want to get rid of it because but I've never worn it.
Okay, but when you bought it, did it fit?
It did.
You paused like it didn't, though.
I was working out a little bit, so it was like cute, but then my thighs got big. But it's so cute. I was like, I'm gonna get back in it, but like.
Okay, but is it like realistically you gonna get back in it, or just like
Right.
Like, because for example, like me personally, I will never be 3-4 again. So I've already gave up on that. Even though I do want to trim down, I'm never going to trim down that much. And I know realistically I'm not going to do it. So I'm just saying, do you think realistically, like, is that close to the size you in now? Or is it like 4 sizes ago and you go hoping to get back to it?
I think I was just going to throw it away.
Well, you can give it away to somebody else, but that's why, it's important to not get too caught up when you buying stuff. I mean, trust, I've been there. I've bought stuff and I'm like, I really love it though. Maybe I could just try to, and
Right.
then, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Because it's easy to make something that is bigger, smaller, but you can't make something smaller, bigger. Unless you just add fabric to it. And at that point, it's not even worth it. Like, say, I love this dress so much. Let me take it to the seamstress and see if she can add like a tuxedo stripe on the side so we can make it wider so I can get in it. Like, at that point, you can just find a dress that actually fits.
Okay. That helps.
Okay? Look, but you kept the first top.
Yeah, I did.
Now, I will say you might want to make it your last year for that top and go ahead and let it go next year.
Okay.
I think you need to come to the closet party so we can really clean out your closet.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to need that. Yep. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you see the comment Tanya made?
No, when we came back, I missed. I didn't see the comments. I'm trying to look at them now. I saw OMG. This is great. Can we do a style zoom too? We will see, I guess. But that's part of why I'm having a closet party too. So, because then at the party, this is like a preview of the party, or maybe the first part of the party of, really digging into what you own and giving you feedback on what you own, what we should be getting rid of. Are we cleaning? Are we organizing versus me just telling y'all what to do and then hoping y'all go and apply it. At the party, we're going to actually do it.
So I think we should host a party. I know you're doing one, but we can do another one too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of right now. With everything virtual, I'm doing a bunch of parties.
We can host one and we drive, but when I know the date, I have to look at my calendar. We can try to. I just think it'd be cool because it seemed like a lot of people would be interested. I want to hear from everybody. So everybody in here, I want you to tell us one thing that you felt was helpful before we get off. One thing that you learned from Avanya, and one thing that you're going to work on based on what she made recommendations for. So unmute your little microphone, and if you want to show your face, you can start your video and we can see you on the screen. If not, you can just talk.
Hey guys, it's Lynetta. I'm going to have to jump off, so I'd like to go first if I can.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, thank you both. Ivania, that was so much fun. Thank
you.
It was great.
Glad you enjoyed it. I hope it was some tips you can apply.
Yeah,
or maybe, and the other thing is sometimes it's not even applying it as much as it's like, you know what? That confirms what I've already been doing. For the people that's already on it, you go.
Yeah, I just did my closet 2 weeks ago since of course the
Awesome.
quarantine. So, and I definitely, it's funny when you were talking about the wire hangers, my husband knows I can't stand a wire hanger. When I see one, it freaks me out.
Yeah, ever since I saw that movie, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, but I'm crazy about color coordinating my hangers, and I use the velvet ones. So I like two-tone colors and things like that.
Okay.
But so the closet's done, but I definitely needed help with the belts and with the jewelry and with the shoes. So thank you for that. And then it was the tip for me. The best one was for me lining them up behind each other because I'm already out of space and I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah. So that was very, very helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'm glad. Thank you. And thank you for coming.
I enjoyed it. I can't wait for the closet party. I'm going to try and jump on that.
All right.
All right. You guys take care. Thanks, Tiffany.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Y'all too. Bye.
I learned to be real with myself about purging. Because I just can't. Like, I just can't kill the clothes. I can't kill them.
You're not. Think about it as a way, like for me, I do a lot of my clothes to give back. So I give back to different women initiatives like not Dress for Success. That's not one of the one I give back, but ones like Dress for Success. But I make sure most of mine are for minority women, like City of Refuge or Women's Work. These are places that have little shops for the women to come and pick out clothes so they can get a job because they're helping them transition into the workplace. So at least when I'm getting rid of it, it's not like I threw it in the trash. I made sure I gave it to somebody who needed it more than I did in the first place.
Okay.
So maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better about maybe I shouldn't be hoarding as much so I can give it to somebody who needs it.
What about Goodwill?
I don't usually do Goodwill. I'll do National Kidney Foundation, and that's more out of laziness because they come and pick it up. So I'll give it to them because they come to my house and pick it up, and I don't have to drive nowhere to drop it off.
That's true. I forgot the Kidney Foundation comes to pick it up.
So I'm spoiled by that. But the pieces that I don't give to them, I'm trying to give back to a women's nonprofit.
Okay, who's next?
Can I ask a question real fast? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
This is Shannon.
Okay, Shannon.
Okay, because I came in late. I wear a lot of tights and stuff because I wear a brace on my leg. And how can I dress up the tights without looking too old? Because sometimes I wear like a t-shirt and some jewelry. And my son be like, Mom, you all dressed up. I'm like, no, I'm not.
When you say tights, you talking
about
pantyhose tights or you talking about leggings?
Leggings, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine because they're interchangeable, but I just want to make sure I knew. If you're wearing leggings, you can dress them up by one having textured leggings. So let's say you're wearing like faux leather leggings or a cashmere set of leggings in the fall, at least. Leggings that have maybe shimmer or have a print on them, or not just plain solid black leggings. But if you do plain solid black leggings, you can accessorize. You can add like I said, I'm wearing a kimono. You can layer with leggings so that you can dress them up.
Hold up. Let me. Oh, you called? Let me mute her.
Does that help, Shannon?
It does. Yes, because they have like different designs. Because some
Yeah.
like might have like a sheer to it or a pattern or something like that. Or they
Yeah, so if you add like a duster over it, sometimes you can belt it, sheer, or print it. All of that can elevate the leggings. So it doesn't, because I mean, leggings you could put on with a t-shirt and some sneakers and look really casual. And then you could dress it up with a cute sandal, a duster, accessories, and then it looks dressy. So it's just all about how you style it.
all right, that helps a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
My mom just joined.
Oh, it's okay.
I had to mute her because I heard too much noise in the background. I'm an old.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was on a meeting call.
It's okay.
Okay, so we're talking about what we learned. So you'll have to get the information through the recording.
Okay, I will.
Questions for Avanya, you can ask them at the end. I'm gonna let the other ladies who's been here during the session go through their questions or what they learned and what they're gonna do better. Okay. So go ahead, Tanya, Dom, or Trina. Do y'all have anything to say?
Hi, this is Tanya. So I learned about the rotation. That's a very good idea to put things that you wear to the back and then
Thank you.
wear it as they come up front. I also need to rethink the shoe in the garage thing because I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about putting those in a space, maybe downstairs in a room. I have like a room downstairs near the garage.
That would be good.
Yeah, so I can do
You
it
can
down
always
there.
spray the shoes down with Lysol too, just to be, help.
Okay. And then
Because
also,
the thing is, if you put them in the room by the garage, it's not like the shoes are trekking through your whole house. So you
right.
can always grab the shoes and put them on literally as you're about to step out the door to go into the garage to your car, but you can also just Lysol them down in your room. So that way you're not really dragging the germs through the house.
Okay. And then I did see on Pinterest where someone turned cardboard boxes into like shelves, like
Yeah.
storage cubes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about doing that for the top of my closet.
Okay. Now, are they putting shoes in the cardboard boxes, or they used it for like lightweight stuff?
For lightweight clothing, like
Oh,
t-shirts or,
yeah, like that's a great thing to do with like maybe scarves, and you can buy the cute little bins at like a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, places like that. You can find cute little storage things, and then again, you can always get inspiration, like you said, from Pinterest or the Container Store. But I find the Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those, they'll usually have a cute version of something.
Okay. And when I do put it in the storage bin, should I turn the storage bin facing the opening part facing me so that I can see, or should it be sitting right up?
Turn it so you can see it facing you. But let's say if it doesn't look as clean or neat, turn it the other way if you're gonna have like maybe people coming by your house.
Okay, cool.
Even when you put it in there, you want to organize it when you put it in there, like not just throw it in there, but like fold it, fold the scarves or fold the whatever you're keeping in there, putting it, stacking the hats, or if it's swimsuits, putting them in there neatly, putting both the top, bottom, if it's a bikini, the top and the bottom together. So it's not just a bunch of stuff thrown in the bin, and then when you go in there to pull it out, your bottom half is somewhere else in the bin. So just still keeping it organized within the organization tool that you're using.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, this was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Trina, do you have any questions? Trina or Dom?
Hello, it's Dawn.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Pat. I wanted to say that I just organized.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Pat.
How are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
You too.
I just organized my closet probably about a month and a half ago, and even though it's like
Good.
tiny, where it's like maybe like 1 square foot, I still put all my stuff in there. And I was like, I gotta clean this out. So I took, when you were right when you said it gets worse before it gets better. So I took everything out. I took a bunch of like boxes and bins and things to storage, and I just kept for like spring clothes and like some coats. And what I did was also I bought a shoe rack, the kind of have like 20
Yeah.
little, yeah. So I put one of those long, narrow ones in there, and then I put stuff like certain like articles of clothing and like scarves and socks and things in there, and those, not just shoes, and that helped me organize
Yeah.
my belts and things like that. And I did throw away all my wire hangers. I did color code my my plastic hangers.
Good.
So it was cool that a lot of the tips that you were giving I already did, so that was cool.
Good. So at least that's confirmation that you were doing the right things.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Was that everybody?
There was Trina. Let me send a message to her.
Stop crying. I'm coming.
Hi.
Oh, there's Is that Trina?
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to thank you for the advice about the extras in the closet. That's what I was having a problem with. So I'm going to be working on that.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Trina.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting
Thank you
me.
for having us.
You're welcome. We're going to have weekly meetups like this. So just stay active in the group and I'll post the next one.
Awesome.
Do you have something to say, Miss Patricia Webb?
No, I might have to have a personal session because I missed most of it, but
Well, she got the
I will.
replay for you.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. But well, I'll talk with Tiffany and we'll figure out maybe having an actual closet party or maybe a shop party or whatever to get it more in depth for maybe some of the other ladies that didn't get to join, or people who may want to really go through their closet while we do it and ask, like Star did, ask about
Okay.
specific pieces like, hey, I really want to know how to style this. Should I get rid of this? Whatever.
That sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, do you have any closing words, Stefania, before we exit?
The main thing is, everything starts in your closet. I can't stress that enough. It is the foundation of how your style is developed, how you create it. So you really just want to get your closet together so then you can really see what you're working with and build from there.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I definitely am looking forward to that closet party because I took your tips down, but my closet is a mess. I got clothes on the floor.
I've been doing virtual closet
I need to get
consults.
rid of stuff.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. I learned a lot just to kind of like where to start. So I appreciate all your tips. And thank you for taking time out to talk to us.
No, definitely. Thank y'all for having me. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm glad the tips were helpful, and I look forward to working with everybody soon.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good evening, ladies.
You too. Y'all too.
Bye.